Here's your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chet Davis, and here's a look at the top stories we're following today. The man accused of murdering and dismembering Justy Stillwell found competent to stand trial. Bay County's 74th District Court has confirmed Robert Tweedley will be back in court on March 21st for a settlement conference. Parts of Stillwell's body found near Golson Boat Launch in Bay City in mid-September. Police arrested Tweedley about a week after Stillwell's body parts were discovered. Stay with TV5 for continuing coverage of Robert Tweedley's trial. The legal fight over the Hasselbring Senior Center in Flint. The city says court proceedings have been adjourned until February 20th. The city took over after it says the previous management was unable to reach an agreement on a new lease, but that management has stayed following an eviction notice. The former management disagrees with the city and claims that they are being bullied. In court today, the judge said she believes the city will prevail, but she's allowing more time before she makes a decision in order to give the Flint City Council time to approve or deny a lease. The Beaverton Police Department wants everyone to know that it is not responsible for this letter you see on your screen that was sent out, and that it does not support the organization that sent it. The letter asks you to help provide bulletproof vests and training to officers, but the police department says the organization that sent that letter is not local and does not give any money to Beaverton PD. Now here's Chris with your first alert forecast.
Low temperatures tonight are expected to drop off into the 20s and 30s. We'll be watching temperatures from around Saginaw to the Flint area very closely, as we do expect some wet weather to come through early tomorrow morning, which could lead to a brief period of freezing rain. But thankfully, we expect temperatures to come up into the 30s for tomorrow afternoon, which should help get rid of that threat. As we take a look at the sky tracker, that system still to our south tonight will be arriving a little bit closer in our southern areas, closer to about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Here's how it plays out. Your hour-by-hour forecast also shows cloud cover increasing tonight before it arrives. I think we'll have a chance for some fog just because of the snow melt and lighter winds. And then there's what we're concerned about. Areas right along I-69. You can see some of that pink shading showing up. Now, I expect the areas that are farthest to the south to have the best chance to stay above freezing, so we're not expecting a crippling ice storm. But if we see temperatures get a little borderline, especially the farther north you go into the Saginaw area, could we see some areas of glaze on the roads? I think it's entirely possible. So just be careful if traveling on Friday. That system should change over to snow as it pulls away, and then we're dry the rest of the evening. As far as our impacts go for this one, relatively low in the big picture. Snow is expected to be less than 1 inch. Our winds aren't terribly strong, and we're not talking much more than a glaze on some of the roads. And I also don't think that's going to be a consistent thing over the area. It may impact one town here, one town there, and not everyone equally. So it does appear that travel's our biggest issue. So just keep an eye on things, but overall a pretty low impact event. And we currently have no advisories at this time, which I think speaks to that as well. Variably cloudy skies on Saturday, so a mix of clouds and sun. Will be near 40 with some snow showers on Sunday, and then it appears next week will be in the 20s and 30s with a chance for rain, snow, and ice on Wednesday. So we will watch that day closely.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.